Welcome to another Take 5. In this video I'm going to show you a little bit about some of the settings at the top here of the editor, File, Edit, Windows, and Help, and then try to go over some of these buttons here just kind of quickly. So in the editor here, the File tab is going to have a lot of your main things like saving, opening, um, and creating new levels, as well as packaging projects, creating new C++ classes, and some of that stuff there. So you can open projects, you can create a new project straight from here if you want to, and you can also import things into the level and export things. So that's the basics of what you would normally see in most computer programs like that. The editor or the edit button is usually going to be used for accessing your editor preferences, your project settings, and plugins, which is just another set of basic tools that you can access that a lot of them come with the engine, and other people create plugins and you can install them and stuff like that. Your editor preferences are going to look like this. They give you a lot of different settings with the editor itself. Things like setting the window size for when you're playing in the editor, and a lot of other stuff in here. This whole thing would probably take an entire video or more just to kind of go over some of the settings in it, so I'm just going to leave it at the fact that it's basically this is where all your editor settings are. You've got lots and lots of stuff in here. And then there's also the project settings, which is kind of similar. It's almost the same type of thing, but this is for your project settings, specifically like collisions. You can create collision channels. You can create trace channels. You can, access input mappings and like action mappings and access mappings and mouse information. You can access different things like packaging settings um, and game settings directly right in here for that stuff. And then there's also going to be down at the bottom. There's going to be things like platform settings for all your different platforms: Android, iOS, Windows. Those things. And of course, there's some other stuff in here. Lots of other little things. And then so moving over to here, we've got our basic save current. This is for the current level. If you hit that, it's going to save the current level. It's not going to save everything. So if you want to make sure that you're saving all of your blueprints, if you've been changing blueprints, and then you go in here to the world and you mess around with some stuff, you got to make sure you hit save all. That'll save everything. Or you can hit save all levels if it's something specific to all the levels you've been working in. Source control, unless if you've got source control connected, this does nothing. Content is going to give you access to content. The content browser. It'll bring it up here. Um, you know what? I'm sorry. I moved past the Windows section, which it needs to be talked about a little bit. This is where you're going to find a lot of little things like accessing your levels. These are all different tabs, very similar to the World Outliner. Every single one of these is a specific type of tab. It has a different set of information and things that you can access. And then there's something important down here is content browsers. You can have more than one. You can have up to 4. Developer tools, you can access a lot of different developer tools in there, and that such. And then of course help. It's just access some help information. Marketplace. This I think takes you to the marketplace basically. The settings will give you some stuff for scalability, changing your quality. Got a material quality. You've got a lot of different things for that. You can also access your project settings and world settings in here and plugins. And then there's blueprints, some specific information for overriding blueprint files, which blueprints are the in-game visual scripting, and some sequence level cinematic stuff, things for cinematics, don't have to worry about that. Build settings are lighting, reflection captures, geometry, such like that. And then playing, you can do a lot of different things like play simulate, play standalone game, play an editor, new window, different things like that. And then launching, you can launch to all your connected devices, specifically if you have the correct stuff set up. So that's pretty much it for this video. See you in the next one.